This is not a planned live at all. It's not planned. I actually had a video to upload, but obviously I believe that the Lord was telling me to go live because I struggled with trying to get the video to upload for about 30 minutes to an hour and then still didn't upload. So I'm not going to be on here for too long. Today, I just want to touch on the gift of giving. The gift of giving. Recently, I had a blood transfusion. I had to receive 3 units of blood from an underlying health condition that I had that I did not know that I had. Right now, currently as I'm speaking, I am in good health and strength. All glory be to God. And I just thank God for just the gift of whoever gave me the blood. I'm sure it was probably multiple people that gave me the blood. But what I'm saying is we have to be a blessing to somebody. We have to be a blessing to somebody else. Blessings can come in all shapes and forms. We have blessings. We have blessings to give to people. And somebody was a blessing to me as I was thinking about it as I was in a hospital, of how, first of all, how did I get in this state? But I would never know these people, this person that was so kind, that the Lord placed it upon their heart to go out and give me blood, to give, just to go out in general to give blood, and I'm unknowingly knowing that I was going to be the recipient of that blood donation. All glory be to God. And again, when you think about it and you factor in the factors, I didn't know their background. I don't know if it was man or female. I didn't know anything. I don't know anything about the person or the people whose blood I received. All I know was I was a recipient of that blood, and that blood helped save my life. So how can we be blessings to others? The majority of the time when we think about blessings, we think about it in a financial aspect, okay, in an aspect of money. And that's okay too, because the Lord wants his children to have wealth. The Lord wants his children to have abundance, and he wants his children to have success. But not all blessings comes in the form of finances. Some blessings, some of the blessings that we can receive, guys, is in the spirit. Is to receive them spiritually, because them type of things money cannot compare to a spiritual blessing at all. So how can we be a blessing to those around us? How does that look? It can be, again, in an act of giving of some time, giving of some kind. Okay, whether that's money, whether that's time, whether that's serving, whether that's volunteering, we can be a blessing to somebody around us, okay, somehow or another, stranger, family member. So we have to tap into ourselves and see what kind of blessings do we have to give to somebody else. Okay, what type of blessings do we have to give to somebody else? Again, somebody was a blessing to me unknowingly, that I needed a blood transfusion. I needed to receive 3 units of blood from somebody that I probably never meet in this lifetime, but yet somebody got up out their bed one good day and decided to go donate blood. And little did I know that I was going to be a recipient of that blood from an underlying health condition that I did not know that I had. Okay, so again, we have to use the resources that God has for us, to go out into the world to bless others, because the Bible tells us to serve, and the Bible tells us it's better to give than to receive. So a way that you can know if you giving out a spirit and you giving out the goodness of your heart is when you give and you don't expect nothing to be returned to you. Okay, so when you give and you let go of whatever blessing that you're letting go of, but you're not respecting nothing in return, your mindset is like, hey, I'm giving this because I want to give this. I'm called to give this. I feel a need. I feel a need to give this to somebody, or somebody or some people. However, your blessing decide to be dispensed out, but you're not looking to receive anything back from that blessing. Yes, it's good, and I'm going to tell you that God reward those who are faithful and those that give. He's going to give it back tenfold to whoever gives out. And don't give out a selfish desire. And if you're giving out a selfish desire, a selfish ambition, because when you give out, you're going to be looking to receive it back. You're going to be looking to receive it back. So always when you give, always know that you're giving from a place of love. Okay, whether that's your time, whether that's your resources, whether that's serving, whether that's volunteering. Okay, God gives us blessings, and it's our job to be a blessing to everybody else. Okay, We never want to sit upon blessings, okay? We want abundance, and we want abundance fully, and God wants to give us those things, but he can't give us those things if we're not blessing somebody else with the things that he gave us. So how can we be a blessing today? Look into the resources that you have. It can be through prayer. It can be through volunteering. It can be through like serving. It can be through just lending something, doing something, going to help, going to volunteer at a homeless shelter, paying it forward somewhere somehow. Okay, so when I was thinking about, okay, oh my gosh, I never thought that I was going to have to be a recipient of a blood donation, but here I am a recipient of a blood donation, and thank God that I received the blood, because I'm a mother to 5 kids, and if something happened to me, then ain't no telling where my 5 kids would be. So I'm glad that I got the call from the doctor, and I went ahead and I was obedient when the Lord told me to go ahead and go get the blood donation. Because if I didn't get the blood donation, Lord knows if I'd be here talking to you guys today. So it's important to be obedient when the Lord tell you to do something. So in due time, now that somebody done blessed me with the act of giving, I'm going to be able to give back to somebody. And one of my acts of ways that I'm going to give back, I plan to donate. Now at this particular time, since I was just a recipient of a blood donation, it's a certain time period that has to go by until I'm able to donate blood myself. But when I am able to donate blood myself, I do plan on going to give back. And I hope that can be paid forward and forward and forward. But today, how can you serve? How can you be a blessing to somebody else? Again, don't ever give. I would never encourage anybody to give if you're going to give with the expectation of receiving something back. If you want to receive something back, then you need to go back and reevaluate your heart and actually see where your motives is coming from. Is they coming from God that you want to give and that you want to be a blessing to somebody else? Or is they coming from, I just want to be glorified. I just want to do this for myself. Because again, some of us is unable to give back what somebody gave us. Some of us is not in a predicament to physically, emotionally, financially give back to what somebody else gave us. So we have to know when we're giving out to others that we need to do it with the expectation they may be able to give it out and they may not be able to give back. And that's okay too. It needs to come from a place of love. Always when you give, be a blessing, and when you give it from a place of love. But I'm telling you, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, and what you plant, it will come back to you. But you have to plant, and you have to start grounding somewhere. So always remember to be a blessing to somebody somewhere. Somebody is in need of your blessing. Somebody is in need of your service. Somebody is in need of your time. And when you do it, you don't have to go tell the world what you done for somebody. Just do it in private, and God gonna reward you publicly. What you do in privately in between you and God will reward you publicly. This is what I know. This is what I know to be true. So ask yourself, how can I be a blessing to somebody today? How can I use the gift that God's already gave me to go out into the world, to go out and serve, to go out and minister, however that looks, and I don't expect nothing back. I don't expect nothing back, because some people, again, is unable to give back what you give to them. So when you do it from the kindness of your heart. Do it with gratitude, not from selfish desires, not from selfish ambitions. Because again, you and I, we look at the outer appearance of each other. We judge each other by how we look. It's something that we can't help because we're flesh. Okay, it's something that we can't help. But God looks at the heart. He looks at the heart because the heart is deceitful. The heart has motives and thoughts that cannot be seen to man, that me and you can see. We can't see I can't see what lies in your heart. You can't see what lies in my heart, but God can. See, we look at the outer appearance, and a lot of us, once we look at the outer appearance, we don't get past that. We don't get past that to see the heart, because we steady looking at how each other look on the outside. But again, God looks at the heart because the heart is deceitful. It has motives and it has thoughts that you and I can't see. So again, when you give, make sure it's out of gratitude. Make sure it's out of thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, what you sow is going to be given back, okay? So ask yourself, how can I be a blessing today to somebody? Can I volunteer my time? Do I have some resources to give? Can I pray for somebody? I mean, there's so many ways to give back. So again, I know this live caught everybody off guard. Thank you all for stopping by. If you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button and share this message with somebody. Hopefully it can resonate Until next time, God bless each and every one of y'all.